Welcome. I see Liz Arden in the chat. Welcome. Welcome to Heart of a Hobbit today. I'm a little under the weather. I suppose technically there's always weather above us, so we're always under the weather. Haha. But yeah. Oh, I was going to put a cough drop in my mouth before I got started. I did just take a drink, so we're on the right track. So today we are on the last day of this combined Midsummer Festival and Yule Festival rerun that they've got going here on Lotro. So, there we go. I thought we would do a quick run through of these two for one final time. And then if there's any outstanding questions on, hey, how'd you do that? I'm happy to, share what I have gleaned in my travels. So I've got my trusty high elf Narna here again with us today. You know she's a high elf because dance 3, she does this, which is pretty awesome. So that's what the dance 3 is for high elves, which is one of the, was it like 3 reasons I love playing high elves? They can do that, and when they jump off of something, they have this cool tumble. And then they have this cool, and then riding horses, they have this really cool whistle that they do when they get onto their mount. And then also they have, they like kind of ride a little side saddle-y, and I think that's kind of fun. So, well, the two, that would be 4, technically, as before says in the background, but I combine the horse whistle with the horse riding under horse. Haha. Yeah. All right, so I am not going to pick up the lanterns, because we're not going to do that today unless somebody requests it. If somebody requests it, we'll go do it. But if nobody requests it, we're not going to do it. So we're going to pick up the regular quests from Marilyn here. And fun, I can do that while I'm dancing. That's even more fun. And let's see, wedding supplies.
Would you do something for me?
And what ails you?
Might I take a moment of your time?
Just double check. All we have left are firefly and lanterns, so we will skip anything else from her. And we shall say adieu to her. Now the only thing is you can't turn while you're dancing. So you have to stop dancing to turn. In some dances you can turn while you're dancing, which is the one that looks like you're ice skating. Friend. That one's so much fun.
Could you help me with
All right,
something?
so tasty morsels, and then hello, florist. We're zoomed out a little too much there. Let me zoom back in.
May I help you with something?
And we'll grab that.
What is
Now
it?
you may notice that we don't have the wrapper yet, so need a wrapper. That joke never gets old for as far as I'm concerned. Liz Arden asks, have you finished the feast deed? With this character, I have not. And here's the reason why. So the feast deed, hello, get stuck on the furniture, is you go in here and there's a feast happening. So I go in and it says, you must have completed quest book 1, chapter 7, a wedding at Midsummer, which I have not done. That is the one where, for those of you who are also in the same boat as me and not sure what to do. Okay, so we have our wedding celebration person here. So there's 2 things happening basically concurrently in this area, this post-war, this midsummer version of Minas Tirith. One of those things is this festival, this Midsummer Festival, and all the things that you can do as a part of the Midsummer Festival. But Midsummer Festival is only around for like 3 weeks out of the year. But the rest of the time, you still can come and do the epic quest chain, which is what I have not done. And that is, why it's not even listed here. You have to go into this thing called Door, which takes you to this gigando tower here. So the biggest tower in the area, that's kind of how you can tell that you're in the right place. So all the streamers are going to it. It's kind of like at the end, if you came in from over there, it's like at the other end of this plane here. So that's where you need to go and talk to, and also when you get close enough, it says it's the Tower of Ithilien. That's where you want to go. And I'm not going to pursue this today because I don't want to take the time to do it. And maybe we'll do this next year with this character. Also, it'd probably make a good video to show people how to do this. But so the other thing that's going on is an epic quest line thing, wherein you come and you talk to King Elisar. So when you first get to Midsummer, like first, you've never been here before to the Midsummer Minas Tirith. Excuse me. When you come and talk to him, there'll be two things. One of them is he's like, "Hey, it's Midsummer. Go do Midsummer things." And you're like, "Cool, thanks, bud." And then you can go and do all the Midsummer things. The other thing is he has this quest for you, which I have not picked up. But he's like, it's book 1, chapter 1 of Epic Volume 5. So this is way further on than everything else you go into. Past the Black Book of Mordor, like past a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, hang on a second. And this is where he's like, "Hey, wedding planning, can you help me out?" And then after you talk to him and get that, then you're like sent over here to Rodwin, and then there's a whole sequence of things that you do with that. It does not need to be Midsummer in order for you to do that section. Often people do because it's just handy because they're both right here and you're in the same area and you're running all over the place, and doing that quest sends you all over the place, like his sequence of quests sends you all over the place here in Midsummer Minas Tirith. So they really do go nicely hand in hand. But I don't want to do it. I think it might be more fun to do it separately so people could see it on its own and have it not confused with Midsummer. Because I know a lot of people get confused between what is Midsummer stuff and what is that epic questline stuff. So that is why I haven't done anything on the feast deed with this character, because I decided to not pick that up yet. We're just going to do Midsummer celebrating. So I got to go pick up this wrapper.
There is dancing in the streets and a wine.
Excuse me, done. Sorry. Talking makes me cough.
May I help you with something?
I could try to talk less today. I know, right? What's that even look like? Sorry, y'all, I'm not fast on the clicker. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do stuff and not talk through it. But I will answer questions. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully you can hear the Midsummer music in the background. Boom. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is pull up the Scooby-Doo. Let's pull this up real quick. Festival Buddy, quick guide. Reset the quick guide. Okay. So we're going to check off the things I've already done. Yes. Oops, not that. We did aiding the stable hands, so that'll click off everything regarding that. So now we're on to floral crowns. our quick guide is caught up to where we are. So you can follow along. It's like you know me. Zardan says you could make less verbose stream, but only if nobody will ask about your housing decorations. It's good to be known. You see me. It's a good reminder, though. I gotta make sure I get everything before the festivals end. I think there's new horses that I want to make sure to get. I haven't done any major housing decoration changes lately. I don't think. No, I'm still working on it. That's the reason we're here with this character. Because I want... Nay. Yeah, here it is. Legendary Coffer of Umbar Furnishings. 75. I'm at 16. Got a little ways to go. Got time. We got time. Before, realized that turning in on-level tasks at the task board is really good for legendary item experience. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. So, Sandy, I've got a stupid cold. And when I talk, it makes me cough. So, I'm not talking too much today. At least that's the hope. I didn't think it'd be a problem, but it's being a problem. So I'm going to run through the Midsummer Festival. Yeah, I am being quieter than usual. That too. If I talk quietly, maybe my body doesn't know I'm talking. That's right. I had too much fun at Yule Festival and got a cold. Thanks, Lizard. That's cute. I like that. All right. Check manually. Done. All right. We're just following the quick guide here. I'm heading north. And then we're going to head upstairs. Got just like one little spot.
These are troublesome times indeed.
These are troublesome times indeed. He gets me. No, it's troublesome that I'm trying to stream and I can't talk. You know, well, I can. It just doesn't have good results.
Have you come to join in the celebration?
I totally have come to join in the celebration. Thanks for asking. Yeah, thanks, Andy. I'm actually feeling a lot better than I was. Yeah. I was feeling pretty bad. It came on probably like Wednesday or Thursday. And by like Saturday and Sunday, I was doing nothing but sleeping and being miserable. So this is a marked improvement. I'm extremely curious. Yes, I could voice a rugged ranger from Mistelden. Things are dark and dreary here.
Could you help me with something?
Could you help me with something? Hey, what do y'all think of this new, the new servers that are coming? The Mordor and Angmar. Wait, Anor? Maybe no, it wasn't Anor. Angmar. Different A word. Oh, she didn't make the fall. Angmar. Mordor and Angmar. Hmm? Hey. JMCBDO says, I'll be there day one. I'm really curious about it. Oops, I don't want this guy. That's what I want. I'm really tempted because I'm really enjoying the Legendary server experience over on Treebeard. But I'm just not sure. I mean, I don't really have time to do another server. I'm super curious about it. Excuse me. So I suppose what I could do is that could be my Tuesday thing. Here in the quick guide is a picture of this constellation. So boom, 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 boom. Those are fine. Boom, 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 boom. So it's this one. I love that. Yeah. Sandy says, I'm sure some people will love it, but harder mode doesn't interest me. Yeah. I'm definitely curious how it's going to work with, like, you know, the expectation of the entire server coming together to defeat, you know, one mob, as it were. Oh, can I get there in time? Let's find out. Come on, click on the guy. Go, 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 go. Did I make it? I made it. Yes. That's handy. Yeah, I'm like, on the one hand, it's like, I'm curious about it. On the other hand, I wouldn't want to end up being somebody who found one of those rings and like, then I didn't come back for 10 days. And people are like, I need the ring person. Or, well,
Greetings,
I guess there's
friend.
going to be 10 of them, but, you know. So I feel like there's a commitment. All right, I need to stop talking again. Yep. All right. Yeah. Cool, which says, I'm excited for them. But like all the legendaries, I'll play for about a month and then go back to my mains. So little time for Lotro. I definitely consider Treebeard my main. And so I'm enjoying the experience over there. But that means I would not be considering the new one my main server. So I'd only be there casually. And that's what I'm not sure about. On the other hand, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to make a character. And then if I just don't play it very much, you know, it's still there.
Gondor needs your aid.
Nah. Dismount. Excuse me. I guess that's really the question is there a place in my schedule where I could fit in time to play
What
there?
is it?
And if it took my Tuesday spot where I'm streaming here, maybe.
Hello, friend.
Because, I mean, I'll need to
Help you
level the
with
character
something?
anyway. Too far away. Come back here. Do you have the ring? Okay, he didn't have the ring. But we know the hound comes by and taunts her. It's just, unfortunately, we just missed one, but it might be this guy. Ha ha! It was that one. Sneaky doggy.
Greetings, friend.
Yes. Liz, that has been the case. Question from Liz was, what happens when legendary server catches up to the regular server's content, main content? Do they close the server? Yes. That's what they did with, well, they closed Ithel early because there was hardly anybody there. And they just had everybody transfer off over to like Anor. And then they closed Anor when Anor caught up to content. And then they did the same thing when Shadowfax got to 140, 150, whichever it was at the time. And yeah, as Arthur points out, they do offer free transfers though. So you get a free transfer to anywhere. It's not restricted between EU or US. Yeah. Arthur says he added 70 levels to his main character on Shadowfax before transferring to Gladden, so... Because Shadowfax had that bonus XP going so hard, it was really easy to level characters really fast. 70 levels in the last few weeks, yeah. I almost made a character on Shadowfax just because I was curious about the fast leveling, but I knew I didn't have time to play on there and Treebeard at the same time. We're still in Dutch classes right now, but one of our Dutch groups has kind of gone on hiatus for the summer. And then our other one goes on hiatus in a couple more weeks, I think. At that point, I might try and do like a regular streaming of Planet Crafter for a little while. That's about the same time as the new Lotro servers too, I think. So I might have time. I can't remember, did Severlin say it was going to be, I think he said it was going to be accelerated leveling, didn't he?
Ryan said starts at 50, but doesn't go as slow as Treebeard.
No, I meant percentage-wise. Like, I feel like they would want people to be at cap level as fast as possible in order to trigger the 9 showing up, you know what I mean? Sorry about that, I was a little slow. The cough comes faster than my finger to the mute button. Okay. Arthur's clarifying in the chat there. Confusion on the stream, but the consensus seems to be normal leveling speed and an initial cap of 50. Oops, I forgot some pesky weeds. I wish we could just have like a, I don't know, an events server and a musical server. People could come and visit, and you could have like all your musical characters there, and all the musical events would take place in one place. That'd be fun. Then people might use more of Minas Tirith for musical events. That'd be cool. That's a wishes or fishes kind of thing, though. I don't think there's any way they would open a server just for that, and you wouldn't get the people. You'd have to incentivize people to move their characters for some reason, which is unlikely to do unless there's some really cool thing going on. No, Sandy, I did do some streaming of Planet Crafter. I did 2 videos so far of it, and I started a planet just to stream. So I haven't actually touched it since my second stream because I'm gonna just do the entire thing on stream. That's my plan. I mean, other people probably did too, but all right. I need to go to the players tier.
How may I help you, friend?
Can you send me to the players tier, please? Right? I mean, Egg Arthur, wouldn't that just be cool? Egg Arthur's riffing on my musical server idea. It'd be an awesome idea. Call it, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that properly, but Ainulindale. Everyone can use instruments regardless of class. Have it optimized, the server optimized for musical playing. Don't even bother with like, well, I guess you could bother with raids, who knows, I don't know. Yeah, server optimized for music playing and watching. Like, that'd be so cool. Oh, do I know what sales are on is the question. I don't, but Moobot does. Usually. Did I type it wrong? Oh, thanks, Egg Arthur. Description of what in Newland. Hey, thanks, Moobot. Moobot was just slow. It's my accent. It means the creation of the Tolkien universe from song. Dude, maybe we should put this in the forums just in case they're ever looking for something. For another idea for a server. I mean, because I know they're starting to play around with the idea of like that you're on your server but you're not, you know what I mean? Like when you go into a raid or something that you're kind of shifted or something. Anyway, I think, yeah, it'd be an interesting idea. Whee! What do we got this week? Summer sales. Oh, yeah. I'll let you read it. I should talk less. Yeah. Commander Argo says Dol Amroth would be a nice city to have concerts in, right? And with Hunter Ports, right? We could get everybody there. They'd have to open up, like remove restrictions on travel. So that way everybody could go to all these, you know, far off places for music events. So like if a hunter tried to take you, it wouldn't be like, oh, your level's too low or whatever. Like, nah, everybody's welcome. I think I missed a guard, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. It says talk to Curiel. I still call her Cereal. I gotta remember to get the barrel here. So if you ever wanted to see what it's like to go through and do the festival with very little commentary, today is your day. Dagnabbit. There we go. Just getting a smidgen of lag there. Although, I mean, hopefully it's not us. We're switching over from our previous internet to Glasfaser, which is fiber. Thank you. I've gotten to the point where there's words that I'm better in Dutch with than I am in English, which is really funny. I forget my mother tongue. Did I pick up all the boxes? Nope. How many more of those do I want? I'm just going to ride my horse right over it. Alright, cool. That's all of those. Neato. Oh, Commander Argo, I like this idea. Create a concert hall that you could port to, and then it will put you back where your initial travel point is, an instance place, or alternatively, a place like the broker's office. That's what got me thinking. Instances with rap battles. But what about like a broker's office where it would port you to kind of specific places like Midsummer, Minas Tirith, and Dol Amroth,
Greetings.
and stuff like that. And those could be hubs for music events. Rap battles, true PvP. When I was
What do you need?
running conventions, the epic rap battles of history was popular, and so we did epic rap battles of literature, and
What can I do for you?
we had like a handful of authors in the room, and then we'd give them a topic, and they had to rap with each other. They had like
can I do
5
for
minutes to
you?
prep, and then they'd rap at each other. It was great.
Greetings, friend.
It was so much fun. All right, so did I get all those people? I think I did. Oh, hello. I have to actually open the door. We're not going to go chase down the musicians today because I'm kind of doing a streamlined stream to save my voice. Hey, but you're all lucky today. I'm not sleeping. I've been sleeping just like, oh my gosh, I think I slept like 16 hours one day. Maybe 2. It's been a lot of sleeping. Okay, wait, I'm done with this. I did that. So, we actually want to zip down to here. Actually, there's one more barrel I need to get. Sage's tier. Okay, let's get ourselves to the Sage's tier. Ba-ba-ba. Right, yeah. Rap battles with the Silmarillion as the rap content. I know, so good, right? We had some fun stuff. It's gotten rather warm here, by the way. It's like mid to upper 20s. Oops. How is it for you all? Has the weather caught up? Oh, you know, I remember in the US it was really hot recently.
How may I help you, friend?
Has that calmed down a little bit? Extreme heat wave. Oof. That doesn't sound good. Well, keep those kitties cool. Our cats are very good at finding places to lounge and stay cool. Okay, so we want to do... Actually, I wanted to be at the other end. I guess I could have taken the high stables. This is fine. It's not that far. 80 for Commander Argo and humid. Yeah, we're going the right way. I wanted to come down the ramp, but it's like just around the corner here, so it's not that far. Excuse me. Once you get to these higher tiers, see, here's the ramp right here. Once you get to these higher tiers, the ramps aren't that far apart anymore. All right, House of Lore. Not data, lore. We got some flowers to do. Zeus Spawner has a question. Says, I don't know if this is out of the area of questions that can be asked. Is there any but how soon is update 41 coming? Well, Zeus, I'm going to disappoint you. I don't actually work for SSG. So I don't have any insider information. The best I have is whatever they've said, Cordovan and then this previous Friday, Severlin, say on their Cord's Friday stream, which I have been missing a lot lately, but I happened to catch it this past Friday. And Severlin, the SSG executive producer, so he's like the guy in charge. He said something about July, I think it was. Anybody can
Would you do
confirm
something
that.
for me?
I put it in. Oh, this person's chasing those things. Oh, I might be in trouble. I think we're both chasing the wayward verses. Oh, and that person too. Oof. This may not be a quest that we bother with. It's kind of annoying to get it when you're just you, and if there's like 2 or 3 other people also doing it, it's yeah, it's not gonna be worth it. I'm gonna bail. Hey Arthur, finished my last festival quest. 21 characters, 12 gold tracery tokens, 22 neat deeds completed, and over 4,000 tokens acquired. That is insane. Oh my gosh, Sandy, I just saw your note. Heat index of 115. Oh. I am sorry to hear. That just does not sound enjoyable at all. Oh, so Zeus Pawner is asking again, does anyone know when 41's coming? Zeus, they have not given an official date. The closest they've said is July, I believe. If you go back and watch the video from Friday, Severlin does talk about it. Oh, awesome. Big Arthur says they just announced the second bull roarer for update 41. What have I got? I've got all these things to turn in. Okay. So Zeus Pawner, what that means is when they do bull roarer, it's their test server and it's open to any Lotro players. And they usually don't do that more than a month out from when they're releasing the content that they're testing on the server. Sometimes it is a little more, but generally not, in my experience. Yeah, Agartha points out they should be doing a stress test for the new legendary servers, too. That's exciting. I am really curious about that. I think I will try and join in on that if I can, because I'm in Europe, so that'll be ideal. I can, you know, help do some of that stress testing from this side.
What do you need?
Which is yet another reason why I don't work for SSG.
How can I be of service?
They like their people to be local.
How can I be of service?
Which, you know, I dig it.
Hello there.
But I am not local to Boston. Or willing to relocate. Okay, so we have one more to turn in. We didn't get to Borlock and his ingredients, so I guess I could pop down there. Nice. Commander Argo says 17 years and Lotro is still going strong. It was worth it when I bought that lifetime sub so many years ago. One of the few MMOs that still drops new content on a regular basis. Yeah, right? Oh, and I finished 3 days. Yike, Arthur. I finished 3 days. It's been
How may I help you, friend?
too much for me. Getting sick didn't help. If I want to a soldier's tier, I mean, I've finished it. Let's go turn this in. Why not? Zeus Pawner is looking for a link to the previous stream. I mean, it would be here on this channel, this twitch.tv/Lotro stream. However, I do know that Cord also cross-posts them often on the Lotro YouTube channel. Let's see if I can find that real quick. So that's their YouTube channel, and then the actual one that you
Hello, welcome.
want to probably catch, you can hear Cord talking in the background as I pull up the stream. Hang on, I just lost my windows. And this is the specific, that second one, the stream with Sev. There you go. Hopefully that helps. And, I mean, if you're lucky, somebody's gone through and time-stamped it, but I don't know if we have that much luck yet. But there you go. Yeah, those crafting tools with 4 professions, I'm rather excited about that. All right, so I am going to say that aside from this character getting a mount, which I forgot to check on when I was upstairs, she's done with Midsummer. So, in fact, we're going to drop that one. Yep. And we're going to drop Lightning in a Bottle. Yep. We're going to pop over to the Yule Festival real quick. Quick like a bunny. Hop, hop. Do I have... What do I have that gets me to somebody quickly? Lalia's Market? Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I know, right? So, FDD says, I remember Orion mentioning a single resource tracking skill as well. That'd be marvelous as included in Update 41 as well. I don't think it is. But who knows? You know what? Like I said, I've actually missed most of the streams lately. I just keep getting, things. So, point is, there could be updates coming in Update 41 that I am out of the loop on, and that's okay. Edgar Arthur says they've had problems with the multi-resource tracking, no ETA as far as I know. That was the last I had heard. So, bummer that that's still the current update. Hey, so here's a fun little trick. If you end up taking that Lalia's Market thing, which is super handy, but you really want to be at the front gate of Bree, just pop to the Festival Grounds horse by the Prancing Pony, and then pop it again real quick, and you end up here at the front gate, at the west gate.
Hello there.
It's a quick little trick that I like to use. This one trick that'll save you time. Sometimes I want to do videos and put silly little things like that on there. Alright. That's all the cough drops in that container. So, over to this container. I have been going through cough drops when I've had to talk to people like crazy. Alright. Ready? Let's do this. So we want to cheer up some beasties.
Stay and hear me out.
And excuse me, we want to do this.
Would you do something for me?
Even with the lag. I think we can still do it. 1 minute. Okay. I'm going to gather quests while I'm waiting. Hey, Gareth.
Would you do something for me?
Making mischief. Now, while you have her eating challenge, there's a challenge down here from Basil that is not available to you.
Will you let me speak
And that's the
my
cleaning up
piece?
one, because you can't be both eating and cleaning up
Can I
at the
speak
same
to you a
time. They
moment?
just won't allow it. Just
Would you do
won't
something
allow
for
it.
me?
But you can pick up the other quests. So that's often what I do. You know what I see? I see a drink on that table. So a lot of times whatever's on the table is somewhat indicative of what's going to actually show up. So this could be good. So my usual plan is eat 4 things and then do the drink. So 2. We'll do eggs, mushrooms, and drink. Let's see what we get. Either the drink's going to remove all of our effects or it's going to make it worse. Made it worse. It's okay. We can work with this. Alright, so we're going to go and do some other things while we're waiting for these effects to wear off. Sure. We can let off some fireworks. And I just made a big circle there. Which means we can then talk to the patrons and take their money. Sneaking sneakily. Now the drink has already worn off. It's a really bad effect, but it's really short. But the others still have 2 3/4, 2. Like, I have about 3 minutes left on these guys. Alright, so that one's finished, but I'm going to run out. We're going to leave town first, and then we'll come back. We'll turn that in when we come back. Excuse me. So we're going to run around counterclockwise. Sometimes we do clockwise, sometimes we do counterclockwise. Whatever suits your fancy. And my apologies for the quieter stream today. But oh, like crank my microphone up to compensate for it?
I was wondering if you did that.
I did not turn up my microphone to compensate for my quiet voice. My microphone's almost at max anyway. Almost. Alright. Cheer, cheer, cheer. 3 cheers, 1 beast. This one trick will save you time. I forgot to talk to What's-His-Nut about the cold weather. Oh well. We'll come back out for that quest. Because I forgot to pick it up. The reason why I didn't show up when I was over there is because I have filtered his other quest, which is the going around and giving them money. Because I've already done it enough times to... Hidden deed. But basically what ends up happening is then the rest of it's all filtered too, which was not intended. Whatever. So I forgot to talk to him while I was there. Oh, that was a pretty looking bow. Nice. I liked how it was all green. There is a part of me that is like curious about joining somebody else's kinship, because I tend to end up kind of like having the kinship. Although here in Lorelin, I'm not in my. It's not my kinship. It's somebody else's in charge of it. So I'm kind of curious, like, you know, what it'd be like on a server where people are definitely there to fight. What it'd be like to be in somebody else's kinship for that. I'm still mulling over the whole new legendary server thing. Hey Arthur says lots of stuff in the new Bull Roar for the hard tack event. Which one is the hard tack event? Oh, is that the one where you like feeding hobbits or something, and also it's like a cooking and something event? Crafting event for prospectors and cooks. Thank you. Like I said, I'm a little out of the loop. It's kind of funny. It's unusual for me. I've been just busy though. Oops, I don't need to talk to the snowman. I need to talk to Virgil.
Hello, friend.
Then I
Can
can
you help me with something?
talk to a snowman and people think I'm crazy. Oh, the effects on my stuff are gone. So I could go ahead and do the eating challenge. So let's go back up and work on that. And then we'll finish up the other stuff. Okay, so Ona's still sitting here waiting for me. And she's going to send me on to the next table here in a moment. So, hey Ona.
What can I do for you?
You can let me go to the next table. Thank you very much. All right, we've got mushrooms. Those are good. Eggs are okay. Yeah, let's do some berries. Some eggs. Oops. Whoa! No longer exists. Uh-oh. All right, well, mushrooms will be number 4. Hey, another mystery drink. Take our chances here. It did not clear my effects, but that's okay.
What can I do for you?
Because it's really bad right now, but once it clears, it'll be gone completely, so that's all right. Means there'll be one less effect on me, and I like that. No drinks. Excuse me.
Hello there.
Uh-oh. It's not really good stuff here, is there? We'll try our best. We have a question in chat there. I'll answer it here in just a moment, but feel free to jump in, y'all. Oh, these pies are so bad for me. There we go.
How can I be of service?
I always wait till I'm finished mounting before I finish because I want to make sure I'm ready to go as soon as they let me go. Berries! Berries! Let me eat the berries! Mystery drink! I know it's not the last one, but this is the last table, so it doesn't matter. Oh, ouch. I have 43 seconds, and I have 2 things to eat. Excuse me. All right, this is going well.
How can I be of service?
So, Barbudo Young Jurgen says, hello all. I'm looking for an MMO. Do you recommend this one? I love Lord of the Rings. So, first of all, let me apologize. I'm dealing with a cold, so my voice is not great today. Anyway, Egg Arthur, one of our regulars here in the chat, says, some say Lotro is a more faithful rendition of Lord of the Rings than the movies. You know, I could see that, actually. There's a lot of detail put into the game. Obviously, I'm probably a bit biased because I'm streaming here on the official Lotro channel. I don't work for SSG. I don't work for the company or anything like that. I'm just like a fan of the game and I enjoy playing it. And they let me play it on their channel. So I'm not speaking in any official capacity or anything like that, but I love it. I think it's a great game. I really love the attention to detail that they've taken in so many areas, and when there's not enough detail in the source material, they really do try to look at what source material they have, excuse me, and try to extrapolate from there and make it what they do in the game faithful to what could have been in the books. And I think that attention to detail is pretty neat. Also, they do a lot of other fun things because, like, we've got festivals going on right now, although this is the last day of the current festival, but it doesn't matter. There'll be another one in a month or 2. So there's a lot of different things you can do. If you prefer to, like, follow the epic storyline, you can do that. If you want to do just these fun, silly things over on the side, you can do that. If you want to just be social, there's gatherings of different types in all over the place. There's music in the game that people get together and they'll dance and play music together. So there's some real social aspects that have happened in the game. Yeah, it's a really great fan base as well. I would say that the people who play overall are a very helpful bunch and are in general interested in helping each other out, which is a really neat thing. So, yeah, I would highly recommend it for those many reasons. Yeah, Ginger, this game follows the lore of the books and is great to play. Before says, I think it's the best Lord of the Rings MMO you can find. It might be the only one. Let's see. Barbudo asks how many people play. There's no official numbers, so I don't know, but I would say at least a couple of us. Hang on. Charitable Spirit, no. Cold as Ice, yes. Okay.
Stay a moment.
Gotta pick up the right quest. I guess population is high or low. I never know how to answer that question, because I guess the real question is, what are you looking for? Like, you might notice that right now there aren't a lot of other players in the area around me right now, but I'm not here by myself. This is also a rerun of a festival that happened back in December. So a lot of people already did everything they wanted to do in the festival, and they're not hanging out here right now because they're over at the other festival that's actually happening at its normal time right now. But the fact that there was so many people interested in a rerun, seems to indicate to me there's a lot of people who did do the festival again the second time. Like, if you're looking for, will there be enough people for me to group up with? Then that would be, people would probably direct you more towards some servers and less toward other servers. For example, the Laurelin server where I'm on right now is great for some social activities. I do Hobbit social activities here, but for like going out and questing, I don't tend to do that much here. I consider Treebeard my home server, and that's where I do a lot of that.
Tell me what you need or move along.
Alright, so I need to finish. Oh, let me go and turn a couple of these things in. I'll have a good assessment of how many quests do I still need.
What is this world coming to?
Winter weather. Yeah, okay. I need to do 2 things out here. Yeah, I was like, we've been wondering why the neighbors are so active tonight. There's the European, I forget what it all stands for, UEFA. European Cup. It's not World Cup. It's like the European Cup, I think. Something like that. European Championships? Maybe that's what it's called. Anyway, the Netherlands is in there tonight. Is on tonight. And that's why people around us are doing all sorts of fun noises. I was looking to see if there was a target here so I could do the snowball game. But I don't see a target, so I will come back to something else. Barbudo, I would say Laurelin is a good option if you're doing social stuff. I would say, well, what time zone, like,
Hello there.
are you more European or are you more in the in Americas? Because that can guide as to when more people will be on. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going over here. Spanish. So, but are you in your, like, are you European Spanish or are you America's Spanish? Because if you want to play when other Europeans are online, you'll want to pick something like
Greetings.
Evernight or Laurelin or what else would be a good one for European? Yeah, so Spain. So I would suggest, yeah, considering one of the European listed servers because not that they actually are in Europe at this time, but the people tend to kind of clump themselves. So people, what's that? Yeah, yeah. So like, people in the Americas tend to be on the U.S. servers, and so they play at that time. So you have more people who play at that time. So you have more people who join up for those times. You know, it's kind of that cycle. Yeah, I thought Mordor was going to be EU and Angmar is US. I thought I had heard that. Oh, I need one more festival activity. What do we think? Do we think the play? Think there's enough people doing the play today?
Stay and have some tea.
Let's find out. I haven't seen a lot of people online, so I'm going to guess no, but we'll take a look. What I probably will end up doing is just doing the instance. You know what? I should probably just go ahead and launch that. All right, so we're going to do the instance real quick. Oh, wait. Does the horse race count? I can't remember. You know what? We're just going to run this real quick. We'll just do it like level 10. Hopefully I can zoom through it real fast. Yeah, as Arthur points out, unfortunately there's no Spanish client. So there's no Spanish server. So it's unfortunately you won't find like a place that's dedicated as opposed to like French and German where there are servers that are in French and German. That's just from when things started. It was set up that way. And they still exist because of that. Come on. Let's start hitting things. We got all day. Cool. But there are people who do play in Spanish, and there are like Spanish fellowships, or not fellowships. I mean, yeah, fellowships, but I meant to say kinships. Kinship is like your group, your kin, your clan, your whatever, however you want to put it. Your permanent grouping. Kinships are really handy. They help each other out, and they make it easier to find people to group up with. You can communicate and kin chat and all sorts of good stuff, so it's really handy. Yeah, so like as Arthur points out, yeah, you're probably more likely to see Spanish spoken on EU servers and might even find some Spanish-speaking kinships. I don't know, how is Evernight these days, y'all? I was playing on Evernight for a while, but it got kind of big and it was having some lag issues, so I kind of, and then our kinship kind of fizzled out, so, which was fine. Like, we had all come from something else from a previous thing, so it was not a surprise. Barbudo says, it's difficult for me to translate, but little by little I will do it. No worries. Like Arthur and I were pointing out, that it is possible that you would find other Spanish-speaking folks to group up with anyway. So then you wouldn't have to translate. Okay. Sadly, I cannot just like hop on a mount and zoom over to where I want to go. Can't do mounts in this instance, but that's okay. We'll be there soon. Rotro ESP is a Spanish-speaking community. Awesome. Commander Kale, do you know what servers they tend to play on? Hey, got bought me in the head. Oh yeah, let me see if I can get her to jump off something. Make that tumble. Yeah! I love that tumble. Makes me so happy. Commander Kale, it's in Spanish, trying to find out. Do you have a link? And if Moobot, oh, I don't know how to tell Moobot to let you post a link, but if you post the link, I should be able to see it, even if Moobot tells you no, and then I can repost it. Oh, it's broken. Oh, hang on, Ultra ESP. See if I can find anything. What about on the forums? Or is there anything on the forums about it? Somebody from 2023 was talking about it. And here, okay. Also, check that. Okay, so that the link that I posted is Barbudo is to the Lotro forums, and the post is in Spanish and then in English, and then there's a lot of conversation afterward in Spanish. So, if nothing else, yay! Commander Kale says yes, that's them. Awesome. So if nothing else, you could create a Lotro account, and then you'd be able to post on the forums, and get in there and like ask them where they play if they don't say that. Actually, I didn't actually read it, and my Spanish is not great. They have a link to their Discord and a link to what I would assume is their YouTube channel. Okay, you know what? Maybe I could just translate on this page. Can I translate on this page? Oh, you know what? In April, somebody asked in Spanish if there's any servers with the presence of Spanish-speaking Latin American community that they could recommend. There's no reply directly to that here. But perhaps they replied to them privately. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm done. Hello. I grab this chest. So, let me see.
Dit is niet zomaar een bos.
I don't need that. Bienvenidos. Because I'm just thinking, like, oh, hey, here might be a good one. Oops. If I'm reading this correctly. Que souvenir, I think they're asking which server. Hang on. I use Translate a lot these days because of the Dutch stuff. Which server to choose in Lotro? Well, this would be right up your alley. So the... Yeah, okay. The name of this video is kind of the giveaway. There you are. And this is that group that we were just talking about. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Commander Kale, you are awesome. Their Discord is saying Laurelin and Evernight. Well, there you go. So, Laurelin is where I am right now, and I will tell you that I love being on Laurelin in my little group. Like, I play a Hobbit on here most of the time. I'm as a high elf today, but I'm usually on as a Hobbit, and I do very social things with the other Hobbits. And then sometimes there's questing, sometimes there's other stuff, but it's very, very socially oriented, and I love it. The immersion of being able to just like, we're all pretending that we're Hobbits is so much fun. I have a great time with that. And I have seen that there are other groups like that where it's like you have your, you know, like there's a couple of dwarven groups, and you know they're like the Blue Mountain Regiment, and they are all very, you know, dwarf, and they get together and they do marches, and and then they have parties, and it's a fantastic thing. So since you are already looking to find a group and probably kind of hang within that group, then Laurelin would be a good place. I would say if you're just like a player looking to group up in general and you're not looking to have a kinship experience, I wouldn't necessarily say Laurelin is the right place for you, because the world chat in Laurelin gets a little off sometimes, and there's some, I don't know, interpersonal stuff. Some of the people have been on this server for like, I don't know, 15 years, and they just have some weird interpersonal relationships. But if you can avoid or just ignore the when they start getting all odd, and it's usually, to be honest, when the U.S. is up at night. It's not usually like it's like around the time when I'm going to bed anyway. So, you know. Anyway, so Laurelin is great. Especially in the social aspect of it, I love it here. Every night I enjoyed a lot. It has a lot of people, and there's always a lot of questing and gathering and stuff going on. It's just the server was so overwhelmed that it did struggle a little bit from a performance standpoint. But that's something that SSG is working on constantly in terms of working on any performance issues. So that may not be the case now, or if it is still, it may not be the case in the future. So yeah, I wish you luck on that. I think that's going to be an awesome direction for you to check out. And you can always make a character on each and then, you know, see which one fits your style better. Especially if you can find the kinship on both places. Then you'd be like, hey, I like it here better, I like it there better, whatever. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. We did the two festivals that are currently on right now. The Midsummer Festival, which is normally on right now. And then we also did the this rerun of the Yule Festival that is happening right now. I just remembered I want to check on mounts for this character. If there are any other questions, pop those into the chat right now,
How may I help you
and I
today?
will answer those before I head out. I am here every Tuesday, as long as I'm not like totally down with the cold. ESDAY. All right, and so that's our streaming folks on Tuesday. So I'm Little Redhead. Hi. Next up, right after me, is B4, who you may have seen in the background a little bit here. We are in the same household together, and we play Lotro together, and we enjoy doing all sorts of fun things together. So, yeah, so we both stream on the Lotro channel, which is also fun. So he's coming up next, and he will be doing less festival running around stuff. What he does is more of the thing that we were looking at before with that Festival Buddy, for example. This is Festival Buddy 2. And he has taken the original Festival Buddy and created Festival Buddy 2 and added a whole bunch of enhancements to it. So that's some of the things he likes to do is play around with plugins and add functionality or create them from, well, I'd say a whole cloth from scratch, but create a new plugin that does things that no other plugin is doing, but often using resources found in other plugins. No need to reinvent the wheel when somebody's already done it for you. So stick around from before. And then Mei Lung has been streaming a progression all the way through from the beginning of the story. And I believe he is on tonight, and it's like 8 or 9 o'clock U.S. Eastern time. So I've already gone to bed by then, but hopefully if you are someone who's still up, you can catch him in a bit. So next week, I think we're just back to regular stuff. So we might do some epic battles. We might do things that help me work on this legendary item reward track. I definitely want to make sure I get that. Anyway, we'll find something. We always find something interesting and creative, some sort of mischief to get up to, and I'm sure we will, as always. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today on this quieter Lotro stream, but I appreciate you coming along and keeping the conversation lively as always. Stick around for B4, and I will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.